Victor Wembanyama has emerged as a star in his first season in the NBA. With his unique physical tools, 7'4" with a ridiculous 8-foot wingspan, combined with his versatile skills as a big man, he will be a driving force in the Spurs challenging for championships soon. Wemby is already an elite play finisher and is challenging Anthony Davis as the best in the league in that category. He catches everything thrown to him, one of the best lob targets in the league already, and the degree of difficulty that he can catch these lobs are crazy. He catches bad passes and is still able to make a play. His physical tools, balance, and control really makes it tough for defenders because no one is really able to take away his lob finishes. No one can match his length and size. Even if he is out of position and isn't able to dunk the ball in, his wingspan and touch makes him a threat to just tap the ball in. Wemby isn't much of a power guy just yet. He has shown some flashes of playing in the post, but there's still work to be done there. He does showcase some face-up capabilities and a spin move that can free him up inside. It's still clear that he needs to add on strength and improve on his footwork in the post, so this should be a skill he develops through his career. Average 20 and 10 and can finish inside with either hand, can finish plays in transition, very active running and making himself available on the break. I've been impressed with his ability to play physical at times, sealing off defenders and creating an opening for a pass to him. He can attack closeouts with straight line drives and can be an active cutter and lurker around the dunker spot and finish inside off of dump off passes. Also a strong roller to the rim with a head of steam going. He shot 70% at the rim last season. Wemby can also operate as a handoff hub. His screening isn't the best at this stage of his career. The lack of frame and strength right now limits his effectiveness as a screener, and it doesn't help that he doesn't create much contact on his screens. He doesn't always stand firm with his screening, holding it long enough to create an advantage for the ball handler. Oftentimes he just rolls out too early. Wemby also shows inconsistencies with his jumper. The willingness is there and he can take these off of pops or open above the break, but he hasn't knocked these down at a high level to be considered a big time jump shot shooting threat. He shot 33% on jumpers last season. He actually shot a better percentage of threes off the dribble at 37% compared to shots off the catch at 28%. Wemby has a level of shot creation that is just unreal at his size. He has looked comfortable sizing up defenders and getting into his bag and launching a shot. Some of these shots he creates looks almost KD-like, and no one is contesting him. Wemby even has the ability to bring the ball up and make plays at times, can operate in inverted screens with his guards and make plays. The ball handling at his size is pretty ridiculous, but it can be very tough for him to dribble in traffic or against smaller guards. He can be prone to losing the ball against physicality, getting the ball poked loose when driving. He isn't always secure with the ball in his hands, and this reflects in his turnover numbers at 3.7 turnovers a game, which was 5th most in the league, and he led all rookies in turnovers. As a passer, there's a lot of promise there. He can hit cutters and teammates lurking in the paint. His live dribble passing has been pretty impressive. He has shown he can make reads and passes on the move at a consistent level. He isn't the most accurate passer and the timing isn't always there. There's a good level of vision and processing from Wemby. The accuracy on his passes isn't always the best and finding shooters can be better. He's not much of a skip passer either, and at times he can force plays that just aren't available, either being too late or just forcing the issue. Defensively, Wemby has already showed himself to be one of the best on that end, averaged 3.6 blocks a game, and he just has great instincts, recovery, timing, and physical tools that allow him to be a big-time rim protector. He can effectively play in help, be a disruptor in 2-on-1 situations, and a big-time deterrent for drivers. There's been numerous times in the season where guys would drive inside, see Wemby, and be like, nah, I ain't challenging that. I am not dealing with any of that. And they'll just drag the ball out. It has gotten to the point where it doesn't matter where Wemby is on the floor, whether if it's in the three-point line, on the other side of a play, he still shows to be a deterrent with his help. Wemby does have a problem though that most young bigs have coming into the league. He can be too block hungry, not staying grounded and letting his length do the work. He can jump and get out of position at times, falling for fakes and giving up rebounds. He has shown that he can defend at the level of the screen and in drop coverage at a high level. He's capable as a switch defender, can be spotty defending quick shifty guards who can take advantage of his tendency to bite on fakes or stops, but he can defend in space against bigs and forwards, showing a good level of mobility and fluidness with his movements. He's not too heavy-footed or slow. His length when guarding the perimeter makes it tough for guys to just shoot right over him. It can result in some bad misses or a blocked shot. He also can defend other bigs effectively, using that length to good use. The strength problem for him hasn't been a big time issue because he's just been able to hold his own against bumps and still get a good contest. Wemby also puts those long arms to good use where he can deflect the ball when it's being kicked out, creating potential turnovers for the other team. Wemby has the potential to be one of the greatest players of all time. That is a high bar for a player, and saying that right now in his career, but we don't see a guy like this very often. There's already a ton of skills he does so well at a high level that makes his future very promising. His elite play finishing, playmaking flashes, and defensive versatility are great foundations to begin his career. And as he plays with more high-level talent, it's going to be a scary sight for the league, as this may be the worst version we ever see of Wemby.